So your ex just reached out to you. What do you do?
What are you, nuts?
Do you take them back? Do you explore things? Do you ignore them? There's a crazy phenomenon that is like clockwork that happens in relationships. After you've broken up, and maybe it was a hard breakup, maybe it was emotional, maybe you were still emotionally connected to that person for a long time, but when you finally do the work to get free of that past relationship, and you're finally directing your energy forward, you're ready to meet someone new, it's predictable that ex will reach back out. At that moment, you'll get a text, you'll get a call, you'll get a message on social that says, hey, how are you doing? I was thinking about you. Now, if you don't know about this phenomenon, it's because the energetic cord that you had that was a connection to that past relationship, when you finally heal from that relationship and are ready for something new, you bring that energy back. It's like cutting that cord and you send that energy forward. And that ex is going to feel, they won't be consciously aware of this, but what will happen is they'll feel that loss of energy and their subconscious mind will want to reach out to reestablish it. And they'll think, oh, and they'll think of you because that's where the energy was coming from. And so that's what causes them to reach out. The question is it the right idea to get back together? What's the motivation that they have? And how do you make that determination? This happens quite frequently in my Manifest Your Man coaching program, because women will come in, of course, to want to manifest a new relationship. And often the thing that's been holding them back is while they've consciously done the work to get over that past relationship, there's still subconscious energetic cords connecting them to that past relationship. So working through this proven system, they cut all those cords, and then within a matter of weeks, sometimes months, sure enough, we'll have this ex conversation. One of my clients was saying, so my ex reached back out to me. I'm not sure if I should give this person another chance. Maybe they've changed. Maybe they've grown. The reasons we broke up, I remember there was a bunch of good times. And so I took her through a process that I want to share with you right here. That if you're in this experience, there's some tools that you can use that can really create clarity on your path forward. The first thing is to be aware that our brains will often delete and distort past information. And what do I mean by delete and distort? For some reason, our brains will not remember, delete. It will cause us to not think about the major pain moments of that relationship, or it will distort them and make them not so bad. I heard someone say once that this is actually what helps the human race propagate, because if women could vividly remember how painful childbirth is, they would never have a second child. Well, maybe that's the reason. Regardless of where it comes from, we know that it exists. And so be aware that your brain's going to delete and distort. So what you want to do is you want to cause yourself to get a full assessment of that relationship. One of the best things you can do after you break up with someone is to journal all the reasons this relationship ended, the reasons that this isn't a good fit. You can also journal the good things about it, but make sure that you're clear on the reasons it's not a good fit. So first thing you want to do when this person comes back into your life is journal that. Why did we break up? Cause yourself to think about the real pain from that relationship, because that's going to be a guide. If you are going to give it another chance, you want to make sure that those patterns don't replicate themselves, that they don't repeat in the new version of this relationship. So that's the first thing that you do, is write a list of why it ended. The second thing you do is write a vision for what you want. What kind of relationship do you want, regardless of this person, irrespective of them being the person in your vision? Because what you want to do is have this beautiful vision of the quality of the relationship you want, and that vision is going to feel a certain kind of way. That vision is going to have what we call an energetic signature to it. And then when you're re-engaged with talking with your ex and sort of exploring things, you'll be able to notice, does that feeling with your ex match the feeling of this new vision in the relationship? And let's say you go through both of those processes and you're still not sure what you should do, which direction you should take. The third tool is called the crossroads exercise. And this is a beautiful meditation that I will lead my clients through that helps give them clarity about what feels life-giving. And so what I'll do is I'll set this up, and then I'll actually walk you through right here, right now, the crossroads experience. And so if there's ever a moment where you're wondering what direction you should go, you can come back and experience this particular part of this video. You can just fast forward to this part and then give yourself this full experience. So the crossroads is this. You imagine that you're at the beginning of a crossroads and there's two directions. You make one of those directions one decision. the other direction, the other decision, and you imaginally walk down the path of each of these and notice how you feel at the end of that path. Then you come back to the start, walk down the other path. Notice how you feel. And one of those two paths is going to feel life-giving. Too often we try to make decisions without invoking our intuition. Now, your intuition is not just ideas that you see in your mind or a voice you hear. Your intuition also lives in your body. And you know what direction to go by what feels life-giving. Because life-giving decisions lead to more life-giving experiences, life-giving results. Something that feels, maybe logically it looks good, it's bright and shiny, but internally it feels heavy, it feels tight, it feels stressful. All of those energies, you want to really pay attention to those. Because if it feels that way in the outset, it's going to lead to more constriction in your life. So, here we go. Think right now about a decision that you want to make. And it might be that an ex has come right back into your life at this moment and you're wondering, do I move forward with this person or not? And so I invite you right now to go ahead and close your eyes and picture in your mind's eye a crossroads. And picture yourself in nature and these two paths moving in two different directions. And as you're standing there in your mind's eye, I invite you to take a beautiful deep breath in and relax your body. And remember that you are supported, you are guided, you are connected right now in this moment to infinite intelligence. And so imagine that on the right side of this path is the decision to get back together with this individual. And take a step in that direction. And feel what it feels like to be back with this person. Go down the path. Notice how the relationship unfolds. Notice yourself past the honeymoon stage. Notice yourself now into the rhythm of the relationship and the daily life together. How you communicate, how you spend time together. The good times that you have, how you work through challenges. See in your mind's eye, notice this relationship, and drop into your heart space and notice how it feels. And now, in your imagination, bring yourself right back to the beginning of the crossroads. You've now walked the journey of being back with this person. We're now going to experience the other path, the path of saying no to this ex, the path of making yourself available for a different experience, for somebody else to come into your life, or for you to be single, whatever that looks like. For this exercise, let's imagine that it's somebody else that comes into your life. And so walk down that path and imagine meeting this other person that feels amazing to you, person you would choose, they choose you back. Imagine the experiences you're having with them, the good times you have with them. Imagine the challenges, how you communicate. Notice how you feel. What are you experiencing? Do you feel expansive? Do you feel more light, more alive? Do you feel more constricted? On this path, take a nice deep breath in. And in your mind's eye, bring yourself right back to the beginning of this path. And then go ahead and open your eyes when you're ready. And if you're tuning in, allow yourself to be really honest with yourself on which path felt more expansive. Because there's an infinite intelligence imbued within you, imbued within me, imbued within every single one of us that surpasses our conscious mind, surpasses our conscious logic. And when you tune in to what feels expansive and you move in that direction, that leads to a more expansive life. I remember one of my clients I was leading through this exercise. And I'm always fascinated by the decisions that people will make after going through this exercise. Because when she brought me the question, she was all excited about this ex and the fact that he had changed and he had grown and he was speaking a good game about what it would be like to be together. And she felt a lot of, when she was sharing this, I felt like, wow, she's already sold. I'll do the crossroads with her, but I already know which one she's going to choose. And so we went down the right path, being with the guy, her ex, The left path, saying no to the ex, but opening her up to something else. And at the end of the crossroads exercise, she opened her eyes and she goes, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to say yes to him. The second path felt so much more expansive to me. And I was thinking, wow, I'm really glad that we went through this exercise because it completely changed her life. This is a great tool that you can use not only in relationships, but if you're looking at a job offer, if you're looking at a career decision, if you're looking at where to move, where to live. Give yourself this possibility of going through the crossroads exercise. And there's one more step here. If the crossroads exercise says get back together with this ex, then step number 4 is you want to create clear agreements so that you can create new patterns in this relationship. You go back to your what were the causes of the dissolution of this relationship, the reason it ended, and then say, okay, what would be required for us to create something healthier, happier, more abundant, more loving? What would the new patterns need to look like? And you want to be clear in your own mind and clear with your partner that you're moving forward, you're going to operate with these new patterns. There you have it. This is the best thing to do when an ex comes back into your life, to set yourself up to creating and living a life that you love. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.